Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the New York Giants. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. Bulldozes past him. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg, rolling to his left. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 22. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. On the ground, it's the first carry here for Jamal Charles. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap to Lauletta, and he fires one incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
The punt team on now. Is from their end zone. They get it away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 180. Move it up, fellas.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now out come the Giants.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard, nuts!
And Lauletta from his goal line here. Oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's pile this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jamal Sheard on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Deep ball for Goodwin.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Another miss.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. If what they've been doing so far isn't working, maybe they'll do that.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Leopard! Fine now, look at 55!
A first down carry here for Charles. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Lauletta on first down. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hurry up, here we go!
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Leopard!
Lauletta looking for a first down throw.
Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Here we go, hurry up, hurry up! Move it up.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Olivier Vernon brings him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him in no hand.
Yeah, a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Get set! One, Omaha.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Lauletta after the interception. And his throw is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
Back to the air, Lauletta on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for the Giants. 42 yards. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Lauletta. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. DeForest Buckner with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney. Let's get it.
On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, here's Lauletta. He's going to go up top for the end zone. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Get set!
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And now running right through it. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Garoppolo now, first down throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Second half starts with a run by Jamal Charles. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 14. Now it's Laletta. To Shepard. Complete over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on third down, Laletta. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. In for the score. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
You're good, like 80.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
20.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Leopard!
They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Hurry up, here we go. Boo, landed.
Here's Lauletta now on second. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. On first down, Lauletta. That is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lauletta again here on 2nd and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play. It worked almost to perfection.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, here's Lauletta. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Lauletta on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Kyle Lauletta with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jamal Charles. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Jerry Atauchu brings him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Lauletta, he'll look to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll hand it off. This is Charles. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometime in this fourth quarter, someone on defense is going to have to step up and force a turnover.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Going underneath for Charles. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jamal Charles, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense.
That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. They begin the drive with Charles. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Back to throw, Lauletta. And this is incomplete. Red Allison, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
It's Lauletta off play action. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drop.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jabal Sheard in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the all-color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Short yardage situation. Here's Charles. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
Yeah, they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
11.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
11.
One final try now for Garoppolo. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on